Before let's start this video, please do click the subscribe button so that we can create more fun and interesting videos just for you. Here are some weird facts about the world's modern-day dictators. Discussions about dictators often involve serious and often distressing aspects of history and politics. However, here are a few lesser-known or curious facts about some world dictators. Adolf Hitler's vegetarianism. Adolf Hitler, the infamous dictator of Nazi Germany, was a vegetarian and abstained from consuming meat. He was known to have strict dietary preferences and believed in the benefits of a vegetarian lifestyle. Saddam Hussein's novel. Writing. Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq, wrote a novel titled Zabiba and the King. It was published anonymously in 2000 and is believed to contain allegorical elements reflecting his rule and political ideology. Kim Jong Il's love for films. Kim Jong Il, the former leader of North Korea, was known for his avid interest in movies. He reportedly had a vast collection of films and was particularly fond of cinema. He even allegedly kidnapped a South Korean film director and actress to help improve North Korea's film industry. Idi Amin's self-declared titles. Idi Amin, the former president of Uganda, was notorious for his self-aggrandizing behavior. He bestowed himself with various grand titles, including, His Excellency, President for Life, Field Marshal Al-Haji Dr. Idi Amin Dada, VC, DSO, MC, Lord of all the beasts of the earth and fishes of the seas and conqueror of the British Empire in Africa in general and Uganda in particular. Muammar Gaddafi's female bodyguards. Muammar Gaddafi, the former leader of Libya, had a contingent of female bodyguards known as the Amazonian Guard. These bodyguards were reportedly highly trained and served as Gaddafi's personal security detail. While these facts might provide some unusual insights into the lives of these dictators, it's important to remember that their regimes were often characterized by oppression, human rights abuses, and tragic events. These details, while peculiar, should not overshadow the serious implications and impact of their actions on history and society. Now, let us discuss these weird facts per leader. First, did you know that Hitler was a vegetarian? Yes, Adolf Hitler, the leader of Nazi Germany during World War II, followed a vegetarian diet for a significant portion of his life. While he wasn't strictly vegetarian throughout his entire life, he reportedly adopted a vegetarian lifestyle in the 1930s. Hitler's decision to become a vegetarian was influenced by health concerns and ethical reasons rather than solely for dietary preferences. He believed that a vegetarian diet was healthier and promoted the idea that it reflected a more compassionate stance toward animals. Hitler's personal physician, Theodor Morell, confirmed in his diaries that Hitler largely abstained from consuming meat and preferred vegetarian dishes. However, despite his vegetarian tendencies, there are conflicting accounts regarding the extent to which Hitler strictly adhered to this diet. Some reports suggest that he occasionally consumed meat or made exceptions for certain dishes, especially in social or official gatherings. Hitler's vegetarianism remains a notable aspect of his personal life and beliefs, but it's crucial to recognize that his dietary choices do not overshadow the immense devastation caused by his policies, actions, and responsibility for the atrocities committed during the Holocaust and World War II. Second, did you know that Saddam was a novelist himself? Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq, wrote a novel titled Zabiba and the King. Published anonymously in 2000, the novel is a work of fiction that was presented as a historical romance. Zabiba and the King is allegorical in nature and is believed to contain symbolic references to Saddam Hussein's rule and political ideology. The story is set in ancient Iraq and revolves around the relationship between King Hussein, representing Saddam Hussein himself, and Zabiba, a commoner symbolizing the Iraqi people. The narrative explores themes of leadership, power, and the relationship between the ruler and the ruled. The novel was released during Saddam Hussein's presidency and was initially published anonymously. However, it was widely believed that Saddam was the author, and later confirmation came from his regime acknowledging his authorship. Zabiba and the King was used as a propaganda tool by the Iraqi government during Saddam Hussein's rule, and its publication was met with mixed reactions, both within Iraq and internationally. It was seen by some as an attempt by Saddam to portray himself as a benevolent leader, while others viewed it as a means of promoting his authoritarian regime. The novel, while an unconventional addition to the body of work produced by world leaders, remains a unique and controversial aspect of Saddam Hussein's legacy. Third, did you know that the former North Korean leader Kim Jong Il was a film aficionado? Kim Jong Il, the former leader of North Korea, had a well-known passion for films and cinema. He was an avid film enthusiast and considered himself a cinephile. Kim Jong Il reportedly had a vast personal collection of films from around the world, which included thousands of movies. Despite North Korea's isolation and stringent censorship, Kim Jong Il was deeply interested in cinema. He reportedly enjoyed watching movies from various genres and countries, including Hollywood films, European cinema, and Asian movies. He even had a special appreciation for classic American movies and was particularly fond of the work of directors such as Steven Spielberg and Daffy Duck cartoons. Kim Jong-il's interest in films extended beyond mere viewing. He was actively involved in the North Korean film industry, overseeing and influencing the country's film production. He aimed to use cinema as a tool for propaganda, promoting his regime's ideologies and reinforcing the cult of personality surrounding the ruling Kim family. Additionally, there are some unusual and often unverified stories surrounding Kim Jong-il's involvement in the film industry, such as allegedly kidnapping a South Korean film director and actress to improve North Korea's film industry and directing a film himself. While Kim Jong-il's love for films and his efforts to control North Korea's movie industry were well documented, much of the information about his personal life and activities, including his involvement in the film world, comes from limited and often controlled sources, making it challenging to verify certain details. Lastly, did you know that the late Ugandan leader was a well-decorated leader, a self-declared one? Idi Amin, the former president of Uganda, was notorious for his extravagant self-aggrandizing behavior and habit of bestowing himself with numerous grandiose and self-declared titles. Throughout his rule, he adopted various titles, often reflecting his perceived grandeur, military achievements, and self-proclaimed importance. Some of the titles Idi Amin gave himself include: His Excellency, President for Life. Amin declared himself President for life, indicating that he intended to hold power indefinitely. Field Marshal. He claimed the title of Field Marshal, a high military rank denoting supreme command over an entire military force. Al-Hajji. This title signifies that an individual has completed the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca, an important religious duty for Muslims. It's noteworthy that Amin converted to Islam during his rule. Dr. Idi Amin also added the title, Doctor, to his name, even though there was no evidence of him obtaining any academic doctorate. Conqueror of the British Empire in Africa in general and Uganda in particular. This exaggerated title was used by Amin to claim victory over the British colonial rule in Uganda, although the reality was more complex. These titles, among others, were part of Amin's efforts to project an image of power, authority, and self-importance during his rule. His regime was characterized by authoritarianism, human rights abuses, and political instability, and these self-declared titles were reflective of his autocratic style of leadership and desire to portray himself as an all-powerful figure. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, guys, for more similar contents. Thanks for watching.